Hello and welcome to Radio 690 ADV. Thank you for stopping in. Happy Sunday. A couple of things before we get started on the podcast today. I'd like to give a shout out just on a couple of directions. The first thing, if you watch the Friday night videos on YouTube, youtube.com/690ADV, you can watch our Rand Rides. Also, we have our 2-minute tips on Tuesday, which are just all around tips that kind of can help you out from just basic stuff all the way to stuff that you just probably don't think of. So don't forget about that. Go to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell as well, so that way you're updated and notified on everything that's going on with the channel and things that are happening there. Thank you to all of our Patreons, all of our sponsors that are out there. It really, truly helps the channel out. It helps the 690 ADV. 690 ADV is not one individual. It is everybody. I'm trying to build something, whole community, so we could all be part of something that's fun, cool, and awesome. No douchebags out there is kind of my motto. I don't want none of that. That is no fun. And I'm just trying to get away from all the guys that are know-it-alls. They know everything. They just, no matter what you do, it's better all the way around on their side of the planet. They don't really have a whole lot to give. So don't forget, also our website, 690adb.com, and you can hit me up at any time. Questions, things that you're thinking about, any of that type of stuff. 690adv@gmail.com. Hit me up any single time, man. I'll do my best. I usually get back to everybody within a day or two. Things are a little busy right now. Why? If you watch the Friday night video, that's right, man. At the Deep Blue Studio. Basically, my company is Deep Blue Graphics. We're a sign and graphics company, so we make decals from everything from motorcycles all the way to cars to trailers to pull-behinds, all that type of stuff. So if you're ever in any need for any graphics, man, don't hesitate. Hit us up at dbgsigns.com. That's dbgsigns.com, and we'll do our best. But we have a new studio inside of our office, and it's fantastic. I love it. It feels good. I'm energized. I'm happy. So, like I said, this is a podcast. This is not a video. This is just sit back, relax. If you're traveling, doing something like that, I'm going to give out some stuff that is going on in my world, and I'm going to do my best to give back as much as I can, because you know what? I mean, I am busy. I have a lot of things going on, and I miss a lot of things, and I do apologize to everybody that's out there. But today's podcast is going to come to you from GeForce Texas, or TX, and I saw a write-up that he put on our iTunes on a customer review, and it was a really good one. He gave us 5 stars for our podcasting, and I thank you so very much. But he wrote basically, good show, great for newbies, but it'd be really good to get more material for seasoned riders, maybe about destinations for rides and stuff like that. Well, you know what? Today, GeForce, this is coming to you, and I'm going to basically give you a little bit, and I'm sure not just for you. There's probably, if you're thinking it, there's probably 100 other guys that are thinking it as well. And I'm going to give you some of the ways of how I figure out where I'm going to go and destinations. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some destinations that I've done. I've done tens of thousands of miles all over this country. And I'm going to give you some of my little routes. But remember, at the end of the day, you're going to have to do a little research for yourself. And you're going to have to put a little bit of time in to make your adventure your adventure. But I'm going to give you some snippets of some great places that I've been to that I just absolutely love. They're on my hit list anytime that I'm out in that area. And it just, it's my thing. It's what I like. I have certain areas, no matter where I'm at, I don't mind diverting to get to somewhere fantastic to bring some joy into my life. So that's what that podcast today is going to be about. And we're not going to get into much more, but we're going to talk about some mapping and areas and great destinations, or not. I can't give them all to you because there's just too many. But it looks like he's a Texas guy. I'm a Texas guy, and I'm going to throw out really, if you're from Texas or Oklahoma, New Mexico, you New Mexico guys, you guys already have it. But maybe anything around the Texas area headed east, some really fantastic, and it's not too far away, and really, really, really some really good riding. One more shout out. I'd like to give a quick shout out to KTM North Texas. The guys over there are SLM Racing. Fantastic supporters of the show, really good guys, man. They'll totally take care of you. slmracing.com is their website, and you can look them up on Google. Just type in KTM North Texas, biff bam boom. Ask for Bert over there. They will take care of you. They don't just work on KTM, they work on everything. Not only that, they do a lot of price matching, and if you're looking online, you might want to give them a shot, because you know what? A lot of times they can match or beat what you're finding online. So give those guys a shot. That's KTM North Texas or slmracing.com, and ask for Bert. Bert's over there, and he will take care of you. Anyway, on to the podcast in sunny Keller, Texas. That is where our home is at. That is where the 690 ADV is located, in beautiful Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. It's sunny. It's about 90 degrees today. And, yeah, really, really hot. It's going to be like 90-something degrees. But anyway, using Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas for where we're at, we're going to talk about destinations and maps and places that you can go to and things you might want to put on your radar and stuff like that. Remember, I've said it a million times that adventure sometimes is just in your backyard. You just don't realize that it's there. You know, you see a lot of the YouTube videos and you see the things that are out there, and everybody thinks that they have to just go and, you know, trailer their bikes or drive 10,100 miles to go get somewhere and to be in it and have a really, really good time. Well, that's really not the case. That's not real. That's not reality. And if that is your reality, then you live in a pretty narrow-minded world. There is so much. In my honest opinion, the dual sport mecca, or for the United States, really starts from Dallas-Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, west. Because it really, really starts, that's where everything changes. That's where everything starts getting really, really good. But there's one place that, you know, kind of gets left in the back end that's not talked about. And that's not going to be on today's podcast. It's going to be on another podcast. But from Dallas-Fort Worth east is really fantastic too, if you know where you're going. If you head up just a little bit north and a little bit east from Dallas-Fort Worth or Oklahoma City, if you're in that area, or from Shreveport or something like that, you just go north. Guess what? Man, you've got the Ozark National Forest up there, over there by Hot Springs, Fort Smith, Arkansas. Man, Fayetteville, it is absolutely gorgeous up there. Been up there. I've done a lot, and I'll tell you what, I don't want to talk about it today. Get Google Maps and just go dig in. And that's basically what it's going to be today. I'm on Google Maps right now in the studio, and what I'm doing is usually if I'm trying to plan a trip or if I want to go somewhere, the first thing that I like to do, and I'll tell you one good program to get. I get no money. I don't get affiliates. I get nothing out of it. But Rever is fantastic. That's rever.com. I think it's .com. It's a mapping program that allows you to go in, and it basically, what I love about it is it does maps by road. So you can create your own map and it'll turn it into a GPX file. It also makes it for everything, TomTom, the whole 9 yards, but it follows the roads, and it also does a lot of the off-roads too, which is really cool. And it also has where there is no road, it allows you to create basically extension links so that you can tack on to the next road. Like if you're on a road like Bob's Road, you can create that link, and it's really, really cool, because it's actually worked very well for us, especially in Colorado, because of some of those areas that you're riding, there's not really a road, and you'll look at it on the aerials, and you're like, I don't know what that is, but I see where it connects over to there, and I hope we can get through. But that little tool will help you out if you need to extend that ride. But remember, sometimes you're going to have to turn around. But that tool is there, and it does help you out. So that's REVER, I think, .com. But just look it up, Rever, or type in Rever Maps in Google, and it'll pull up. It's really cheap. It's a subscription, and it works on iPhone, Android, everything like that. And they also, you can sit there and use your computer too, and you can do some pretty detailed maps, which are really, really cool, and make that GPX file. And a lot of really, really good riders are on there, and you can see their maps too. You can share maps, all that type of stuff. Very, very fantastic. So anyway, this is not a Rever promotion or anything like that. I'm just giving some stuff out to you for you seasoned riders if you don't know about it, and if you don't have a subscription to it. It's really, really pretty cool, and it's something you definitely should put in your back pocket if you are wanting to make some really detailed GPX files. And that way you can basically, it's worth the money. That's all I could say. It's totally worth the money. But today we're going to be on Google Maps, and I've got it zoomed out on my Google Maps for Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, all the way over past Phoenix, Albuquerque, and all that stuff. Well, the first thing that I look at is I already know that I've got to get west. I got to get west. So really, it doesn't really start kicking in until you get past, say, Lubbock or Amarillo. I know that. Now, there is lots of dual sport riding between Dallas and Austin and all that stuff. You have basically the hill country and all that stuff, but if you want to get in the big stuff and really get out there and see some of the fantastic areas, that you see on YouTube, and if you've ever seen all of my pictures and stuff like that, that's where it starts getting big. It starts getting big right at about Roswell. And just past Roswell. Now, there is mountain ranges all over the place over there that you can catch piggyback, all that type of stuff. And there's just, it's endless. It's totally endless. And one place that I'm going to just talk about today, because there's so many places to talk to, and you get New Mexico guys that'll just say, yeah, well, you just don't know. Because look, I'm not bashing New Mexico. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pump up New Mexico, because New Mexico, in my eyes, for where we're located at, is just fantastic. It is such a great dual sporting area, and a lot of people don't totally realize how awesome it truly is. And there's so much good, awesome riding out there, because you can really kind of get a lot of what the Colorado area is. But the beauty part is you can actually get desert, and you can get some good high mountain elevation ranges out there, which is really cool. But basically, it depends on if you're riding or if you are trailering. To me, I don't bash people. I don't care. You get people all the time that are like, you're not a real adventure rider unless you ride everywhere you go. Well, I use a 50/50 tire about 90% of the time, and a pretty aggressive one at that. If I ride from Dallas Fort Worth to the to the mountain ranges that I want to get to, I'm going to eat 20% of my tire up or more, and I'm not willing to do that. So I'll trailer my bike a good little portion to where I'm going, and that way I can get in it. I can maximize that tire. I know that tire is going to hold up for the whole time that I'm on my trip. And it just works fantastic. And like I said, if you can work it any way you want to. I don't care if you trailer or if you ride. I think it's great if you ride, and I think it's great if you trailer. And I understand why you're trailering. And I've been bashed many times because I've trailered my stuff. And I just, at the end of the day, I really don't care about stupid little bit. This isn't high school anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't need approvals from other people. If I was looking for approvals, then I would set up a forum, and I would ask for approvals, and then I would just, weigh it all out, and then I'd be a yay or nay. But at the end of the day, I really don't give a crap. Roswell, New Mexico is a great starting point. It really is, off of Highway 380. Highway 380 actually runs just north of Decatur, or actually right through Decatur, and it goes all the way to Roswell. Not only that, it goes right into the Lincoln National Forest area right there, and it's, I can't even tell you right now. That's where it starts really getting fun, guys. It really gets fun. But Roswell's really cool. Super nice people there. So if you are trailering, you can usually find a place to drop your truck and offload your bikes, and then just take off from there. You just got to do a little research. We've done it for years. You know what? Sometimes you just talk to, at the end of the day, local. That's it. Find a local person and talk to them. Whether it be a gas station, a grocery store, a hardware store, Walmart, whatever. just find somebody that's local and just talk to them. And 90% of the time, man, they'll give you the right information you're looking for, and you can find really, really cool places to park your stuff. And it's no big deal. The last time that we went to Roswell, we trailered, and we actually did about 2,200 miles on our trip, which ended up all the way up to Flagstaff and back around all those mountain ranges over there. Now, what we did is we just found a little hotel, and went in and talked to the guy and said, hey, look, we're dual sport guys. We just really love the area, and we're really looking for a place to park our truck and our trailer, and we're willing to pay. I mean, we're not going to be spending the night here, but if we could find a nice, off the corner of your lot or something like that, would you be willing to let us do it? A lot of times they don't even charge you. And if they do, it's really super cheap. It doesn't cost squat. And they're usually well lit at night and stuff like that. And you can just park there and then just get on your bike, throw your gear on, and rock and roll. So local. That's really the big deal. That's what it's all about. The local people are the ones that are going to take care of you, and they're going to know. They don't have to guess. I mean, if you come to where I live and you come ask me stuff, and you're a dual sport rider or just a guy trying to see the area, why would I lie to you? Why would I lie to you? It's not, I'm not like going into the hood trying to, find, some shady whatever. So, but that's the whole thing. Local, and talk to the guys. But basically, back to the maps. I'm looking at my map and I'm zooming in on Roswell. From Roswell 380, it's a flat plain area until you get to the Lincoln National. Now, the Lincoln National Forest, don't let it fool you. It's got some really, really good riding through there. I mean, you got some good peaks. You got some everything. You got a little bit of whatever you're looking for in that area. But from there, you can basically fork off between 380 and 70. And we took 70 just because it goes through Ruidoso Downs. And in Ruidoso, it's a great little town. It's really, really cool. It's kind of quaint. Not very big, but it's nestled right in the valley, and it's right in the mountain range. It's beautiful. It just looks really, really fantastic, and it's just super, super cool. The nice thing is you can piggyback a lot of those roads up and through there. I'm not going to hit every road and tell you whatever. I will. I'm trying to get it set up on our Patreon to where our members or our sponsors are going to be able to download previous maps and places that I've been to and GPX files where you can go and you can hit a lot of these fantastic places. And then I'm going to try to put pictures up of those for the GPX where you can see what's in that area. And it's so beautiful right through there. But through that area right there, that mountain range in the Lincoln National, you can go through Ruidoso. Then you can piggyback down to Cloudcroft, and you can get right into that. And I mean, it's so, so pretty. Very, very high mountain ranges, nice roads, good twisties, and just super fun riding. I mean, just totally super fun riding. Now, you don't want to get too far back east because then you'll see it. It'll start to flatten out, and it will just get into pretty much a whole lot of nada. So, but in that little area range right there, you could burn up 2 days just in the Lincoln National Forest. But from where Lincoln National Forest is, guess what? There is all sorts of riding just over to the west. Now, you do have the White Sands National Park, and you have the big area right there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the Air Force Base out there. You'll know because you can't get in there. But it's like their property or their private property. But from over there on the north side of Ruidoso, and then you also have the south side where Cloudcroft is. So you can go to either, if you're on the south, you can go to Las Cruces and then piggyback up and then head over a little bit west through 10, or you can take the 25. And then Elephant Butte is right up there. If you want an absolute beautiful lake views, the whole 9 yards, Elephant Butte by Truth or Consequences is fantastic. It is absolutely gorgeous. I've got pictures of it, of my tent that's overlooking a bluff on this big blue water. It is Yeah, haven't been on a trip in a year and a half, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. Circumstances that are out of my control. It just is what it is. But, whatever. We just deal with what we can deal with. But on the north side, you can cruise up, and then you can basically over by Socorro. Now, Socorro's a little bitty town, but right there, there's all sorts of stuff. You've got the mountain ranges over there. You got, Magdalena. Over in that area is a mountain range with a lot of like desert canyon area. Now, there's some secret places. You'll have to do your own research. You're going to have to dig in and open up your satellite maps and stuff like that. And then see the roads and all that good stuff. But there is some absolute amazing back roads, as much dual sport as you can shake a stick at. Right there, put that into your Rolodex, as you want to say. Socorro, all right? Socorro, New Mexico, and Magdalena, right? I can't say it. But right there by the 60 in that area, there is almost infinite dirt roads, river crossings, camping. We're talking free camping. That's my gig, man. That's my deal. That's my mojo. That's what I love. And I'm just telling you right now, right over in that area, because you'll have the 380 to the 25 split. And once you get to that area right there, and just to let you know, all you Dallas-Fort Worth guys, if you're listening in, that's only about 5 hours away, 6 hours. And you are going to be, we're talking knee deep in it. Now, from the Lincoln National, you also have the, there's so much, dude. You got the San Andreas National Refuge. You've got, what is that mountain range? The Gila National, which is right on the other side of 25. You can burn up 2 weeks in that area and not see squat. You will see a lot, but you're not going to see all of it. You can totally dual sport yourself into oblivion in that area. And it's so beautiful. So, that's one of the things. But if you're using your maps, just zoom in and use the satellite. When you start seeing the little fingers and you start seeing all of the, the peaks and stuff like that with the greens, and then it goes back to the browns and then the whites and stuff like that. It's just, that area is going to be fantastic. It's really, really going to be nice. But if you could start in Roswell and then piggyback yourself over on that area right there, remember, Socorro, New Mexico, that really, if you go look at the satellite imaging of that area right there, and you will see the road, it's basically Highway 60. It's just zoom in. It's fantastic. I'm telling you right now. And it's right by the Gila National. It is absolutely gorgeous, super fun riding. And, we're talking slot canyon, sand, mountain road, twisties. It's got it all. You don't have to go to Colorado to get this amazing, blow you away, fantastic stuff, But a lot of the stuff where you're going to be out right here, I would say, I wouldn't take a big bike. I'd try to keep it around that DR650, KTM, DR400, CRF250s. What is that? The Yamaha, the WR250Rs. Something that you're going to be able to pick up, because you are going to hit sand and you are going to hit a lot of rock and a lot of, and I'm not saying you can't do it on a big bike. I'm just saying you're probably going to be working a lot. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you're going to be busy when you get down some of these roads and you get down some of the stuff that's out there, because the bigger the bike, the harder they are to control. I've been down all facets. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. The big bikes don't get big until you get them off road. So, but today, this is basically just kind of pulling a map up. Now, if you were to use like Rever, I would find my area that looks really pretty and then get into Rever. And then Rever will, as you're making your maps, at the very bottom, they have the the bar or the guide that tells you what your elevations are. So as you're making your map, you can move over the roads and it'll tell you what your elevation is and how high you're going to be and stuff like that. So keep in mind that depending on what time of the year you're going to be making your travels or something like that, or you're going to try to do your adventure, check the climates of these areas. You want to pay attention to that because, when you start getting up in elevation, depending on what time of the year, it can get really, 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 really cold. And you want to make sure that you pack for the area. I have 4 different pack setups, and I'm not going to go into those. That's a whole other podcast. And but I would pack a certain way for the area that I'm talking about right now, which is basically from Roswell over to, the Fort Apache Reservation area. In that area, it's a certain setup, and I'm not going to sit there and pack for this as if I would if I was going to the Rockies, headed up into Colorado, in the middle of northern. It just doesn't make much sense. So, that being said, I just say, do your climate research for that area and the time. This area right here, personal opinion, it's not like set in stone. It's not whatever. Like I said, do your own research because research is king. I'm just pointing you in really great areas and some good writing. But if you notice, I told you Socorro, all right? It's not top secret. It's not one of those things. But what I am telling you is a lot of writers aren't going to tell you where a good point of reference is and then tell you where the great writing is. So Socorro, west and south. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic writing. So check the climates. This area right here, to me, good time to ride, September. Fantastic. September to October, not too bad. You probably could get a freak snow. Could happen. It has happened. But usually that time of the year, it's just super, super pretty, super nice. The climates are down in, as we like to call the frying pan. That's basically when you're down out of elevation. That's somewhere in the desert area. It's probably going to be a little warm. But once you start piggybacking up the mountain, it's going to be nice, man. It's going to be nice. You'll probably be sleeping. More than likely, it's going to be somewhere in those low 50s, high 40s at night. Just perfect for camping. So, but yeah, we free camp on a lot of stuff. We pack all of our stuff on our bikes. We ride, we camp, we get up, we do it all over again. We don't stay in the same place every night. So, but using the maps and stuff like that and just finding a great area to go to, that's a great starting point. And I'll probably have more podcasts, on areas of where to go to and things to look for and great, like a good central area, like Socorro. I mean, that's a good little deal, but a good drop point would be Roswell if you're coming out of Texas or Oklahoma or Louisiana, or somewhere on the east side, because it's a decent enough sized town. It's a pretty good town. And it's a good starting point, and you get to see good stuff the whole time that you're dropped off there. Now you can drive as far as you want to. I'm just telling you that's a good spot. We actually did it. It's really nice, and plus it's a really cool town to cruise around in and check out because of all the alien stuff. It's really 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 cool. So, but yeah, so that in itself is just a good point of reference for a get out and adventure. So, G-Force, Texas, thank you very much. I did not see that until literally Friday night, and I apologize. I should be much better about that. That is my bad. And I am. I'm trying to give a little bit more back to what people are wanting to find out and things like that and where to go and what to do and how would you this or that. And if you guys have any information or you want any information of a certain area, say, hey, what do you think about this? Just email me, 690adv@gmail.com, and I'll hit you back up. And what we'll do is we will do our best to give you what we know. And if I don't know, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have time to sit there and lie to you. This isn't high school, man. I've said it a million times. I'm not trying to impress anybody, and I'm not sitting here trying to get approval for certain things. I know what I know, and I know where I've been, and I know what I'm capable of doing, and it's more than enough. It's more than enough. And I have tons of buddies that between all of us, we can pretty much we can take care of all of it. So, and we can meet everything. And like I said, the podcasts are back, man. Thanks so much. Don't forget the Deep Blue Studios. I call it Deep Blue Studios because I got these cool tiles on the wall, sound tiles. It just looks so cool. Yeah, if you're listening, this is the first time, don't forget, hit subscribe, be part of it. Don't forget our YouTube channel, youtube.com/690adv, and our website, 690adv.com. And our email, 690adv@gmail.com. You can hit us up anytime. Thank you to KTM North Texas. And thanks to everybody that sits in and listens to our podcast and is a supporter of the channel. Thank you so much. I sure do appreciate it. And hopefully everybody's having a good and fun weekend and get to enjoy your Sunday. Be safe out there. Find your adventure. Go just do whatever you got to do, man, because remember, you can't do more social distancing than being on your dual sport. And if you are new to this, don't forget, man, you can hit me up any time. So make sure that you get out, find your adventure, and if you need anything, you can always hit old 690 up anytime. Thank you so much. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next Sunday. Radio 690, I'm Joe, your host, out.